Yeah! Welcome, welcome. This is Anthony Rosa, and you are on a live show on the Roundtable Remedies. Super excited. Tonight we have some amazing speakers. What if I can tell you how to manifest your destiny? What would it look like? What is your definition of success? Where has there been a time when you said no to an opportunity because of the lack of preparation, or just plain out the fear of embarrassment, which sometimes may cause you to miss your shot? Tonight, we are going to hear from very influential people. What do you see yourself accomplishing in 2021? What adjustments or sacrifices are you willing to make? Take the challenge to empty your cup, as we will pour into you how to manifest your destiny. And in speaker rotation, I will be allowing our speakers to tell us who they are and where they're calling from. Trey?
Hey, this is Trey, calling from Georgia, originally from Mobile, Alabama.
Thank you so much, Trey, for joining us. Welcome, welcome. We got another special guest coming in. Tony, thanks for coming in. In speaker rotation, Aliena, thanks for joining us.
Hi, my name is Aliena and I'm coming from Bali, Indonesia.
Bali in the house. Welcome.
Yeah.
Good morning. We got next up on our rotation, Saira. Saira, welcome. Thank you.
Hi there. I'm originally from Pakistan, just moved to Bali a month ago, packed up my life in Germany and living the dream now.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for sharing that. And of course, we got Tony Dreammaker. What's up, buddy?
What's up, guys? Woo! Yeah, paparazzi. They broke into the house in Miami here. Very excited to be here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We got something exciting for you. So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the Roundtable Remedies. Again, I'm your host, Anthony Rosa, Mr. Remedy. And tonight, we're going to be continuing our conversation around taking the challenge. And the theme is luck versus opportunity. And we want to encourage you to take your shot. And we hope that with what you learned from tonight, with our people who are here to inspire, connect, and educate you, that we will share some amazing remedies. So again, I'm super excited to bring on our first speaker. And our first speaker, he was introduced by a good friend of mine, Anthony, and without you, Tony, a lot of this wouldn't be possible. So I want to say thank you so much for connecting me with all these amazing people. But as a transformational coach who is passionate about motivating you to follow your dreams, life has thrown curveballs, and he's really found an inner strength to embrace all of life lessons. And just talking to Trey earlier today, we were able to connect on so many things. And I understand how life has taught him that sharing his experiences and his purpose will inspire, connect, and educate those that he encounters as well. So Trey, thank you so much for coming on our show. And as we're talking about Roundtable Remedies, overcoming and being our best self, tell us a little bit about who you are and how did you become this amazing superhero?
Man, hello everyone. A little bit. So my name is Trey Rembert. Thank you so much, Anthony, for introducing me. Just a little bit about me. I'm just all about leading by example. Life has thrown many obstacles my way. One thing that I realized was nothing happens to you, but it absolutely happens for you to grow. And once I realized that it happens for me to grow and expand, it's just all about just seeing the higher perspective with everything that life throws at you. I've been through a lot of different things in life. I played college football. I did a lot. And it took a lot to kind of get there. And along the way, it's been a journey. It's been a journey of just overcoming obstacles, just overcoming, people telling me that I can't do this. People telling me, well, maybe you need to think twice about what you're doing. My 7th grade teacher told me that I'd be dead in jail by the time I turned 18. But at 18, I signed a football scholarship to play college football. So it's just all about really just trusting and having faith. Sometimes you got to be patient with yourself. Sometimes things doesn't happen at your time, but it's all about surrendering control in order to allow everything to freely flow. We are already abundant beings. We're infinite beings, and if we understand that, we understand that everything that we want to do in life is already within us. It's up for us to really come into that understanding, to tap in, and just know that we are already successful. And so truly just have faith. You want to really just hold the space, and everything that you learn in life, just integrate it all and keep going. Just keep going. And me personally, I'm all about just empowering someone to know that you have everything that you need to really accomplish anything you desire. You know, I didn't have too many people that really believed in me. You know, 2020, 2020 was a year, but it was a year of just coming into understanding of myself and coming into understanding of who I am and the power that's already within me. And once I understood that power, I understood that, you know, no matter what life throws at me, like right now, my life changed when I had my son, and currently my son is taken away from me because of, you know, a situation. But hey, it's all about really just having faith and trusting the process. Just having faith and trusting. And no matter what's going on, just still seeing that higher perspective and just still just flowing. And so that's a little bit about me.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I feel like, you know, everything happens in its own time. And the more that I focus on what I want, sometimes what I want never happens when I want it to. And, you know, I love that, you know, the faith, you know, and trusting the process, but the power within. You know, you bring up a very valid point, Trey. When we were talking earlier, and you know, you were talking about some of the adversity that you faced at a young age. You know, being told that you may, you know, not see past the seventh grade, and then now transitioning and getting older and coming into another challenge with your child. Um, I see that you do a lot of daily inspirational messages, and you know, I'm wondering where that inspiration comes from, and how do you continue to try to pour into others, and how does that fill you up by doing so?
So to be completely honest with you, the daily inspirational messages, it really comes from me just waking up in the morning and really celebrating life. You truly want to wake up and celebrate life because every day is a new opportunity. Once you understand that every day is a new opportunity, you're able to really just tap in and just be in the highest of spirits. You know, just be in that high energy. And me personally, whenever I'm motivating someone else, whenever I'm putting out that daily message, it's really inspiring me to keep on going. It's inspiring me to just, I'm seeing the difference that it's making in someone else's life. And just by me making that impact, it's really making an impact in my life because, you know, it's not easy. It's most definitely not easy. But just waking up and just knowing that no matter what's going on in my life, I can still be an inspiration. That's what keeps me going. That's what really keeps me going because I know that there's somebody out there right now that have no one believes in them. Probably in my same shoes where it's just like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. You know, I'm having faith. I want to achieve this, but it's not working out. And so I want to be here to really let you know that, hey, keep going. It most definitely will work out for you. Keep going. Keep going.
You know, tonight we're talking about learn how to manifest your destiny, and I want to thank Trey Rembert for coming on. And you know, we're going to hear from you a little bit more later on today. But you know, that was very inspirational. You know, do you feel alone? You know, do you feel that you're not where you want to be? Please like, comment, and engage. We want this to be as interacting as possible. And you know, if there's something that one of the speakers says that connects with you, please feel free to reach out. We're here for you. You know, next up, you know, Aliena, when we met and, you know, I had a chance to learn a little bit more about just how you were able to really manifest and create your destiny at such a young age. And I saw the video of the recap of 2020, and I really loved what I saw. And so when we had the conversation, and you were like, "Well, I manifested what I wanted now a year prior," I think that having that vision is a gift, but it can be taught. And just kind of reading a little bit about your background, as a videographer, and learning more about how you focus on and emphasize on stories from people that have a voice but may not be able to have someone to hear them. I think that it's amazing. So please tell us, a little bit more about who you are, and how did you kind of get into this role, and manifest and create all this for yourself.
So, as I said, my name is Aliena. I'm 20 years old and I'm a videographer. And to touch on that topic of kind of visualizing your future and then going for that, I think for me, one of the biggest points that ties into it is imagination. I did a whole video on my YouTube channel about imagination, because I really do think that you can only achieve what you are able to imagine. And so I just try to always kind of keep my creativity open and kind of imagine, like, how could it get better? Like, because oftentimes we think, no, this is not allowed, like this would not happen, I can't get that. And so really kind of setting a time aside, whenever that might be in a day, to just say, okay, how crazy can it get? Like, how much can I imagine? And I think there are some tools that one can take is kind of trying to not always focus on the big goals that you have. So let's say you're an author and you might only be focusing on, like, I want to sell my book, I want to sell my book. But if you only focus there, then things kind of get lost. And so I really try to also focus on the little things in life. Like, what do I want to create today? Like, what kind of drink do I want to have? Or what do I want to, like, see today? What kind of person do I want to meet? Because oftentimes we're so focused on the outer success that we think we want to have, and that will make us happy. But in the end, experiencing these little things every day that make us happy, I think that's what will ultimately get us to where we really want to be, but in such a more fun and happy way. And I think for that, there's so many tools that one can use. For example, I would sometimes write, like, today is Wednesday and the date, and then next Wednesday, and then write from a perspective as if I'm already writing a diary entry from next Wednesday. And so when you kind of do those small steps in life, and not like, in 1 year I want to achieve this and this and this, I felt like that worked more well. That worked really, really well, because I was able to focus on small goals. And if you do that consistently, the probability is high that in 1 year you will be where you want to be, but it's because you took those small steps. And so that's what I've just really been trying to do, focus on the little things, and understanding that, like, sometimes the big things are not what actually truly fulfill us. Sometimes it's the little things.
I love that, and I think that it is the little things that count. Absolutely. When I'm on calls with, Tony, and, we're mapping out these, global projects, I have this vision, and as I'm shepherding people together, there's some amazing people that have such amazing backgrounds, and they all just kind of put things together, and I just take it one step at a time. And I can't, that is a great takeaway. When we were talking a little bit about your role as a videographer, can you talk to us a little bit about that passion of yours, and how does that pour into you, pouring into others?
Okay, so my passion for videography, I actually surprisingly found at a very young age. So I was on Bali with my parents when I was 13, and they took me out of school for 6 months, and I was really, really, really bored because I had nothing to do. I had no friends here, nothing. And so at some point, I just started picking up the camera that my parents had at that point, like a super old camera, and I would just film random things and kind of learn how to edit. And that's what I mean. Like, it starts with the small things. I just had like a random idea and I followed it. And then something bigger turned out of it. And so I just was super inspired by that. And I just kind of continued learning about editing videography. And obviously I'm not 13 anymore. So my passions and inspirations have also changed. And that has kind of evolved with videography. So now I focus more on topics such as self-growth and self-awareness, which is what I'm interested in at the moment, and sharing interviews with other people. But it can always evolve into something else as well. But I think videography is kind of where it all stems from, because that's just for me, it's just an incredible tool to express visually. I just find that so fascinating that you're able to take other people into your world in such a like in-depth way. Like all the little things just fascinate me. I'll sit there and I'll do like a drawing for an hour, and then which perfect music will fit, and then how to do the lighting, because I think this is an experience that you take people in. And the whole thing I just find amazing, like what you can do with videography and how much diversity there is in that. I love it.
Yeah, if you haven't got a chance, if you look up her name on YouTube, you'll see the recap video of 2020 that I was referring to. And I also posted it on the Roundtable Remedies page. So you want to take a look at it. I highly recommend. The editing was fantastic, and the transitions. I see that you have such amazing work, and it's a gift. So thank you. And, we'll hear a little bit more about you later on in the final thought round. So, next we have Saira. Saira, I want to say thank you so much. When we had a discussion not that long ago, I felt such a connection. I felt such peace. And as a transitional life coach, you talk about joy and clarity and self-love and empowerment, and you really provide the tools and methods to help, one achieve that. What we're talking about is how to manifest your destiny. And I just can't wait for you just to share with us, from your perspective, how were you able to transition, and how were you able to, become the best you by pouring into others? So please share with us with that.
Oh, thank you, Anthony. Well, thank you for saying you felt the peace, because that really makes me feel like I'm doing my life work. I would just say I had an extremely rude awakening. We call these awakenings in like 2008. And at that point, it's just your whole system. It's like you have a dark room and the light comes in and you're just like, whoa, I've got a mess here. And you kind of try to hide it. So fast forward about 12 years later, where I was trying to run away from my life, I remember going to my doctor and saying like, I have to leave. And he was like, yeah, you have to leave, like typical woman wanting to leave her husband. And I was like, but I can't. And then he said one word. He said, oh, you want to take the spiritual path? I didn't understand what he meant. This was like 3 years ago. And so I stayed. Did what we call like the mad scientist. Like you don't leave your situation, you just stay. And I stayed, and I just started to transform myself, and I wanted to test the thing. It's inside out. So if I just stay in this absolutely nightmarish situation, as long as I'm physically safe, and I try transforming myself, let's see what happens outside. I did a lot of inner work, belief system work, trauma work, which was absolutely amazing. But my key, which I became, is to distinguish between my life work and my life purpose. And a lot of the times we want to go on to do our life work, which is write a book or open a retreat center, and we forget our life purpose. And our life purpose is actually to be who we really are. And so I discovered what is behind for me, behind I am. So I am, beyond my name, I'm a female, and I focused on I am forgiveness, I am compassion, I am peace, and I am truth. And as I just started incorporating that in my being, I realized I just walk in a room, people feel peace. Or I walk in a room, people feel they can share their truth. And so that was what I learned the most, to go through all these tools we get on the internet. But through that was where my dreams started becoming true. As I became these beings which suited me, like everybody helped, and I just packed up my life in Germany, and I managed to get on this island, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, wow, all the opportunities are coming from me just being. And then of course you have to have the courage to say yes to what's coming, and to know that, what do you want to do? Do you want to serve? There's no judgment on it. Sometimes we think we have to help people and serve people. It's just, who am I? And I could just sit on a beach and be that person, or I could go and serve. It's like getting rid of the judgment behind it. But yeah, my biggest thing was actually realizing my life purpose is to be. And through that, I can do my life work. So get that part done first, then everything actually works faster. And that's what I would like to share.
You brought up something. What is your life purpose? And at any age, whether it's being told that you would, not survive at 7 years old? Would it be, learning at 13 years old, you have a passion for videography? Or would you be transitioning as an adult, starting a new life, separating from something that's been anchoring you? What is your life purpose? And I want to say thank you so much. And again, just continue to think about what we're talking about. What we're talking to you about is how to manifest your destiny. And you're listening to stories from people who've gone through different struggles in different parts of the world with different backgrounds. So you're not alone. And we've gone through it too. And that I am peace, I am happy. You start channeling those words and you start using what Tony taught me, vocabulary, and just eliminate anything that's anchoring you. That was so powerful, Saira. Thank you so much. And we'll hear a little bit more about you later on. I get to bring on Tony. Tony, I can't say enough about you. On you know just going off of the vocabulary. You've had some major setbacks recently, and you've been able to come back stronger than ever. And your reach is further than ever. And you're getting amazing people together that may not have been able to get together all across the world because of you. You literally are a dream maker, and you're making miracles happen every single day. And not many know of how hard you really work and how much you really care. But I'm gonna pass it to you right now, and I just want to say thank you. And how did you meet all these amazing people, and kind of talk about how you've been able to manifest your destiny and still going through some adversity, some tough challenges, still fight back.
Well, first of all, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And yeah, I mean, let's call a spade a spade. First of all, everyone here is incredible. Everyone here is an amazing human being, and it's a blessing to be on with all you. And thank you, Ant, for having me. No matter how many times I come on, it's like the first time. But I have to say, let's call a spade a spade. I'm sitting right now in front of you. The blue light is not the best on the computer with my eyes and the brain and the whole deal. And it's a little rougher right now. I'm not going to lie. I did some more during the day, and it was, halfway. But I did it, right? I did it. So I encourage everybody here, and I'm not going to get into the whole backstory because, like what Ant said in the beginning, vocabulary. This year, I don't want to talk about words that are anarchy words, right? Words that tear you down. I want to talk about architect words, right? Words that build you up. And that's what I want my subconscious to hear, and my brain to hear, and my nervous system to follow suit, blah, 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 and encourage other people with that. So with that being said, I want to give a shout out, by the way, Mark England. He has a great TED Talk. He speaks about vocabulary. He invented it, not me, but a friend, and he's speaking at our event too. We'll talk about that later, the Journey to Success Summit. He's an amazing guy. But to answer you directly is that I love people, and I met these wonderful people initially through Trey, right? And so thank you, my brother. And Saira is incredible. She's Wonder Woman, and Aliena is Wonder Woman in training. She's like the wit, right? Wonder Woman in training, and you are both incredible ladies. You guys are incredible, and Trey, you're an amazing guy. And when I see Aliena and I see Trey, what I think, and this is our future. And you're young too. You're in your early 30s, but they're in their early 20s, right? And like, look how well they speak, how well they carry themselves. The enunciation in their voice, like inflection tone, like they're amazing, right? And you guys both have like a very bright future, honestly. And Saira, the apple did not fall far from the tree. With your daughter, honestly. And so I try to help people that have something, right? I will always give and always do whatever I can to help people and move them forward. And you hear me say this all of the time. I believe it does not start. It starts with what, but it's fueled by your why. But ultimately, it happens with how. And the how's missed a lot, and it's missed a lot. People want like the fluffy stuff, and it's important. Yes, the why is going to get you, to keep going on a rough time and a rough day. But really, it happens with how. My whole big thing is the word access, right? And it's that who, because the who brings it how. And you've heard me say it so many times now. If you have a mentor, that has already walked that path, you could have 20/20 foresight rather than 20/20 hindsight, and it's a beautiful thing. And so, I talked to some of your friends today on the phone. Some of them are listening in, and they have ideas and they're doing great things, but they want to know how, right? They want to know how. and they want to know the who to bring into the how. And that's what it's ultimately all about. And it's having an ear for listening, right, of what people need and helping them. And I believe in that old adage that, a candle never loses any of its flame while lighting another candle, right? If anything, it just grows stronger, And so, that's my thought process. And, I'll kind of leave it at that. If you want me to share more, I certainly will. But that's how I feel. That's my thought process about the world in general.
No, I just want to say thank you again. Just you're pushing through, and we have to push through. And I agree 100% with the complimentary to the next generation. I think that if we want to focus on change, it focus not on the next generation or the next generation. It sometimes goes 3 generations down to our youth, and it takes a village, and it starts with you. And at the end of the day, I think when we think of our why, it's what we want to do and how we want to do it. But at the end of the day, it's up to you to get it done. And you surround yourself with amazing people to help you get it. And you'll get there. And understanding your purpose and understanding your why and clearly identifying those challenges that you've gone through and accepting it and just using vocabulary to release what's been anchoring you. So manifest your destiny is something that we have we all manifested the show together, and so we've come together to put some magic together, and I'm super excited. As we're coming around to the part of the show when we're going into final thoughts, I want to kind of in speaker rotation order give you back the mic, Trey, to kind of what would be your remedy for the night.
So my remedy for the night is I want to leave you guys off with this. No matter where you at in life, no matter what's going on right now, I want you to lead by example. Set the trend. Don't follow it. Set the trend. Be patient with yourself. Surrender control, because a lot of times we try to control the scenario, and that's when things don't go our way. So I want you to truly surrender control and just hold this space of just being at peace. Always remember that, Spirit is always with you. And so it's nothing that you can accomplish anything. So work through your fears. I know right now, a lot of people that I talk with, they're telling me about, their fears just kind of coming up where, things are just coming up and just trying to hold them back. I want you to work through that. And just know that you are abundant and you can reach anything. So therefore, reach for the stars and plant your seeds and always envision exactly what you want. Be that visionary.
Be that visionary and reach for the stars. Thank you so much. That was very inspiring. Lead by example, be patient, surrender your control. It's not on your time. It's not when you want it. When I'm boiling water and my kids are yelling at me because they're hungry and they want mac and cheese, I got to wait until that water boils. So if I put it too soon, not ready. So it's not on your time. Thank you so much for sharing that. Next in speaker rotation, Aliena.
I wanted to touch on a similar topic that Trey said. It's really this like surrendering control when we were talking about like the envisioning and kind of envisioning last year and this year and everything. I think because you asked me, am I where I am today, what I wanted last year? And a big part of it, yes, but another part of it also not. Because what I envisioned last year was also me a year ago. And I think life kind of always pushes us in a direction sometimes which might be uncomfortable or just things happen that we don't really want to have happened. But ultimately, they're mostly positive and we're able to grow from them. And so really kind of, just keep your eyes on where you want to go, but also understanding that like life kind of has its own way of working out and accepting that and kind of also not only accepting, but embracing it and kind of having fun during the process, because most of the times it's not so bad. And, it's just about being happy and kind of enjoying this life because that's what we're here for, I guess.
Again, you hear it. We're talking about learn how to manifest your destiny. And again, surrender control. When life pushes you, how do you push back? Trying to have clear vision and use your imagination. And while using your imagination, try to visualize a win. Life will work out. That was very inspiring. Thank you so much. Anthony, I'm going to have you come up next. And I'm gonna keep Saira last.
Okay.
So, Ant, what would be your final remedies for today's show?
I want to say just a couple things briefly. So I know you want to keep this short. So, life is a mirror. You get what you project, right? You always find what you're looking for. If I told you right now the old Tony Robbins analogy, look for blue, look for blue, look for blue, look for blue, look around, look for blue, look for blue, stop. Now tell me everything that's the color red, right? You're gonna see more blue than red. I remember when I had my first like cool luxury car. I thought it was so cool. I had a little black BMW. And I started seeing black BMWs everywhere. It's not that everyone had the same interest as me to go get the black BMW. It was that my reticular activating system, all of ours reticular activating system, will reach and delete, distort, and generalize. I learned that from Doug O'Brien, Tony Robbins. That point blank, you will focus on that 5%, right? You will focus on what's pertinent to you. So if you're out there and you're trying to get relationships to go better, but you think everyone's out to get you, you're going to find a reason why everyone's out to get you. You're going to focus on that, right? It's going to show up. That's the color red, so to speak, right? And if you're going to focus on the world being wonderful and great, or this opportunity is going to rise, or money is going to come in, or good health, or whatever, then you're going to see blue, right? And you're going to focus on that. That's why they say rose-colored glasses. The cool thing is you get to choose what color glasses you wear, right? That's a really, really cool thing. And just very, very briefly, if somebody's watching from the event, please post where and everything. But please check out the True Living Summit. We're very excited about that because point blank is we're going to have 50 top speakers. All you guys are speaking at the event. And we have people like Greg Reed, who has 100 books out and like, I think 30 New York Times bestsellers, and just did the movie Wish Man about the man that passed away a few days ago, unfortunately, from Make-A-Wish Foundation, about him. You'll check it out on, I think it's on Amazon. We're going to have all these incredible people to help you have that journey. And that's what it is. It's a journey. It's a journey to success. That's why the book is called Think and Grow Rich, right? You think and you grow rich, right? It is that journey. So please check it out on March 20th and 21st. There's a code that will give you half off. Somebody can put that in, please. And I'm excited. I love you guys. Thank you for so much for having me be here. And on one last note is Blue Monday just passed, the third Monday in January. It's when 97% of the world stopped the resolution. Don't be them. Keep going and, resolve to do what you wanted to do or started. Thank you so much. I love you.
Yeah, you definitely get what you put into the world, and life is a mirror. What you look for, you will find, and that's another key, to choosing your destiny and understanding that life is a journey. And so, thank you so much, Tony, for that final remedy. And Saira, I want to say thank you again for coming on tonight. And I know we wanted to do something special for those that are watching, especially on the replay. So I'm going to pass you for our final thoughts.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. So I'm going to take the what I call the container that I would like everybody to see when they're manifesting the dreams, and this is love. So my final thought is, which I really truly believe in, is eventually we will all come to understand that love heals everything, and actually love is all there is. And what stops us between us and love is all the pain we have. And the only way through it is forgiveness. So if we can all just get smart, is forgiveness is the smartest thing, as opposed to I'm going to hold this person did this. It's actually very smart to forgive, just to be able to get closer to love. That heals everything, and that will actually attract everything towards you. And the second thing is, oh man, just go out there, have fun, fail, have the philosophy, how can I fail better next time, as opposed to not stepping. So just go, have fun, and be like everyone, just keep failing. And every time you fail better. So it's not about getting successful, it's about failing better every time. That helped me so much. So I'm just looking to fail better every time. And that makes me human.
It feel like this tonight just, it went in a blink of an eye, didn't it?
Yes.
Now that we're coming into the afterglow, I'm super excited. When life gives you lemons, what do? And love heals everything. Don't hold grudges. Forgive, have fun, take risks, fail, imagine your destiny. And the quote of the show me your friends and I will show you your future.
Yeah.
Again, guys, this is Anthony Rosa. You were watching another show on the Roundtable Remedies as we continue to take the challenge. Go in grace, go in peace. I'll see you later.